All right, welcome back here at 7:19. The conflict involving Iran is now hitting Americans where it hurts. We're talking about at the gas pump. Prices here in the U.S. have already jumped in just the past few days, and experts say they could keep climbing if this conflict escalates. AAA says the price of a gallon of gas, unleaded here in Georgia, has jumped more than 30 cents just in the past 2 days. You probably have noticed the current mark of $3.12 is 45 cents more than it was this time just 1 month ago. Let's look at how much higher these prices could go with Montrae Williams from AAA. Good to have you on this morning, Montrae. So let's start for this. For drivers who may not follow oil markets very closely, why does the conflict, which is thousands of miles away, affect the price that we're going to pay here at the pump in the U.S.?
Absolutely, and thank you for having me. Well, here's the deal. So currently we talked about what the gas prices are, right? So Iran plays a major role in the world's oil supply. So any attack on its oil facilities is going to matter globally. And, you know, we've been talking about the Straits of Hormuz as well. With tankers being rerouted, that strait is a key route for Middle Eastern oil. So if blocked, of course, it would affect oil prices worldwide. So, you know, even in countries that don't depend heavily in the region on oil, like the USA coming from Iran, because we get ours from Canada and Mexico, this will still impact the region globally. So this is one reason why we're seeing gas prices increase. And of course, you know, when the crude oil increased because of what's happening over globally, when the crude oil increased, that's also going to increase gas prices here at home.
Yeah, we're seeing this happen pretty quickly. I'm curious, so do gas stations, at least some of them, have existing fuel inventories that perhaps may buffer the increases, or does the impact really show up right away?
It can buffer the increases, but the impact, as you can see over the last few days, has caused gas prices to rise quickly overnight. Here in Georgia, overnight, we went up, popped up 11 cents, right? So again, this is what I want people to keep in mind too, though. Even though we're going through this and we do see gas prices increasing, the United States has a plenty supply of gas here. So it's not an issue of people panicking or thinking we're going to run out of gas. At this point, it's about how do we save gas.
Yeah, that's the question. That's all right. So I know Georgia, we've typically had lower gas prices when you compare it to the national average. Some of my friends in other cities, they're feeling it far worse. Why is it that we typically see lower prices in Georgia, even during these spikes?
Well, you know, that also depends on, it's not just Georgia, you know, there could be other states. There are other states that have lower gas prices. You have to think about what goes into what we pay at the pump, right? So locally, you got to look at local gas taxes, state gas taxes, the demand. If it's a heavier demand, like in metro areas, which is usually why we see Atlanta costing a little more maybe than someone who lives out in Lawrenceville. So those are the factors that play into what we pay at the pump.
As we mentioned earlier, we could see the prices go even higher. What should we be watching for in the coming days to know whether or not that might happen?
So, you know, again, how long the gas prices will keep going on, it just depends on how long this conflict goes on. And we can't predict how far the gas prices will go up or how long it will last. Again, it's all about giving great money saving tips. We hope that we don't reach, you know, the last time we saw prices start to spike like this was during the Russia-Ukraine conflict in 2020. Our prices here in Georgia alone got up to $4.06 a gallon. We're not there yet. We hope it doesn't get to that point. And again, it just depends on how long the conflict is. But unfortunately, we can't tell you, you know, we don't have a crystal ball, unfortunately, to say.
Hey, Montrae, I've got about 20 seconds here. Do Americans typically change their driving habits when we see these prices spike, or do people just absorb the costs?
Yeah, we try to change. That's what we recommend, is that they do change their driving habits. So think about planning your route prior to leaving so that you can save on gas, enroll in fuel saving rewards, as well as look at gas apps. AAA has a fuel gas app as well to see what the gas prices are in your local area. Make the best decision for you and your family.
All right, Montrae Williams with AAA. Thank you so much. Great to have you on this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, we'll take a